420, 420, for 20 long years. I smoked lots of reefer and drank lots of beer. Every day at 420, we're gonna settle the score. And for 20 long years, it's been 20 past 4. Hello, welcome to 420 Live. I'm Jeff Kravitz. I hope everybody is staying warm, bundling up. It's freezing here in Los Angeles. It's down to 70 degrees today. So I'm feeling everybody across the country as we step into the freezer, to coin a phrase, and get ready for SNOWMAGGEDON. You know, one of the great things about the West Coast is watching everybody deal with weather all over the world. I mean, we have our disasters here, trust me. So I know you all get your rocks off watching us burn and flood and mudslide and shake and quake. But, you know, we have to get our yayas out watching you guys in the deep freeze. Bah. So my heart's out to everybody out there. And, you know, so hopefully you're staying safe and you're locked in. You got the fire on and you're all bundled up. And today we're going to hear from our friend Brian Raskin over at Heady Old School Glass. And he's going to come on and show us how to do a snow bong hit. So if you've never done a snow tube, rip the snow tube. It was probably one of my favorite things about, you know, going to college in Philadelphia is ripping a snow tube, loading it up, load the chamber with snow, watch it go. So cool. And some I don't have out here. You can throw some ice cubes in your tube, I guess, if you want. But, you know, not really. I do like the ice. I like the ice. I like the chill. I like the cold, but only on the lungs. On my body, I like it nice and warm. I hope, you know, interesting weekend here in LA. Indoor, outdoor dining, not indoor, has opened back up after about, I don't know, it feels like 10 weeks. What do you think, Mitch Davis? Stay warm. You're in Brentwood too. You stay warm. What do you think? Is the outdoor dining? I went out. I did twice, and we did a brunch at a waffle place, Bruce Waffle, and then we did dinner last night for my son Zach's 22nd birthday. Happy birthday to my son Zach, one of the favorites here on the channel and in my Instagram. As ever, anytime I post a picture for him, my Instagram loads up with all these compliments from all these ladies all over the world. Today I heard from a lady in Brazil that said, my models love your son. And I was like, oh, I heard that she's not alone. And then her comment was like, she? And I was like, yeah, I know. I get it. The kid's good looking, you know, but trust me. I one time too kind of looked like Zach. Probably when I was a teenager, you know, and I had hair and, you know, I was working it. When I see the way his hair lays and stuff, it reminds me a lot of when I was a kid. He's a surfer boy, blonde hair, 6'4", you know. You guys all know Zach. He and, you know, he wasn't too happy with his present selection. So we heard from it today. Jules was kind of upset because, you know, a lot of work goes in. We went down to San Diego, went out for a delicious dinner, Pacific Coast Grill. The food was great. And I forgot what it was like to go out to eat. And, you know, getting 3 courses and ordering off the menu and then looking at the prices, see what the kids are ordering. But it was, you know, birthday meal. So it was delicious. It was nice to be out, nice to be able to have the option of going out for a birthday meal. Katrina wasn't quite as lucky. Her birthday was on the 21st. So it was nice that Zach, you know, did his thing for us. And we went down there. And San Diego is beautiful. Southern California living at its finest. All the houses right on the beach, it's an ocean lifestyle, Southern California beach town. I mean, you know, no other way to describe it, but I absolutely love it down there. And we are, you know, working it constantly, the Kravitz house. So we heard the present critique today. So one of the critiques was that Jules didn't buy the list. And I was like, oh, wait, there was a list? Yeah. I was like, well, it was on the list. And then she rattled off what was on the list. And I was like, well, you didn't buy the list. Of course, the kid's going to be disappointed. You improvised. And, you know, she had reasons for not getting this or that. But I was like, ultimately, you know, we're at the age now where forget trying to surprise anybody. Just give them some money. Let them go buy what they want. Everybody knows what they want at this point in their life. So happy birthday, Zach. You ungrateful little brat. No. It's kind of what it is, though. Your kids are like, you get them something. I mean, if you got if your kids were like fresh out of like, I don't know, you picked them up off the street and you took them home, like you see these people picking up the stray dogs and the dogs want to bite them at first and then they clean up the dog. And I watch the Dodo on Instagram and I see these stories all the time where people are picking up animals, scrubbing them off and then feeding them. And then the animals go from wanting to kill them to wanting to, can't wait. You want to be with them all the time. So maybe, we'd find some kids that were grateful if we just picked them up off the street. And then we could get arrested for that too. So anyway, I know you guys are all dealing with the weather out there and the snow and, 420 Live. It's a place where we come to hang out and smoke. And one of my good friends, Brian, your lens looks a little dirty. You might want to clean it before I bring you in there. Clean that lens. But my good friend, Brian Raskin, original OG 420 Live sponsor, I would say, friend. He was getting back into blowing these amazing glass tubes. I have my heady old school glass right here. And this is something he's been doing for decades and tried to get, into different things and out of this. And then now back in because everybody needs a delicious thing. Yes, Laz, Mel, snow bong hits. Now, I don't have any snow here, but Raskin, he's up there in New York State. And I know one thing about Brian. Not only does he have an amazing bong collection, but he's also has a lot of snow. So everybody say hi to my friend, Brian Raskin.
There we go, out in the snowstorm.
Turn your camera sideways. We'll get a better view. We'll see more. Turn your phone.
Oh, that's right.
Can you hear me? Yeah, there you go. There you go. What's up, Brian? How you doing?
Good. In the middle of a blizzard.
How much snow do you get?
I think we're about six inches now, but 8 inches, but they're saying it's not even supposed to get bad until tomorrow.
So how much you getting at an inch an hour or something like that?
I mean, maybe a little less, but we're saying about 2 feet is what we're gonna get up here.
Wow. And the same thing in the city too. Wow, it's beautiful there.
Yeah, you can see the horses covered in snow right there.
Oh yeah, look at that. Hold on, I gotta make that a little bit bigger. Can I make that bigger? Hold on, let's see. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. What a piece of property, man.
So, yeah, and we're just sitting here I'm just sitting here working. Here's my shop. And,
you're blowing the glass. How's business?
Business is great. Business is great. I can't complain. Everything's good, and we're just ready for vaccines. We want our vaccine.
Of course, we all do. But you're not. Are you 50 yet?
I'm like at the bottom. I'm like the last guy to get it.
You're the last guy to get it. Yeah, you got to be 50 and above to get it in California.
Yeah.
So we want to show everybody how you do.
Let's fill this up.
Yeah, fill it up. Show us how you do the snow bong. That's the key. Is loading it, and don't use the yellow snow.
No, it's all fresh snow.
Fresh powder.
There we go. I'll bring her inside.
Is this something you usually do, or you don't even bother?
No, I'm not usually a snow guy.
All right, well, good. I'm glad you're doing it today, taking one for the team.
Yeah, it's rare that we got fresh snow like this. So here we go.
Wow, look at that. Do you put a little water in the bottom?
No.
Just dry. Be careful.
Needs a little water.
Yeah, it needs a little water. Otherwise, it's too hot, right?
Yeah. Here you go.
I was an expert back in the day, but in those days, I was using the U.S. bong. The plastic. We were doing acrylic. All right. I'm going to have to do it. I'll do a hit with you, Bri. This is not a snow bong. How's that?
Cheers. Cheers.
Delicious. How was that? Tasty?
Tasty. OG.
Do you feel
OG.
Do you feel the cooling effect?
Yeah, it was a cold bong hit.
It's probably the only thing I miss about snow.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
we're
not.
not. It's we've had a lot of snow this winter, so this is our second real huge storm. We had 2 feet earlier, so and it seems like it's never really melted. We've had snow on the ground this whole time. So,
So,
so anyway, it doesn't
what
make life.
hey,
It
listen,
doesn't make
I wanted
it.
you to show off that Goldie that you blew that I saw was so beautiful on your Instagram.
It's out already. Gone.
It's already gone.
Gone.
Wow.
Gone. Yeah. But we got a couple here. There's got this purple Goldie.
Oh, look at that with the tinge on it, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the gold and the color?
Well, gold is actually it's gold. It's real 24 karat gold that I'm spraying on the bongs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what gives like this. That's what gives that gold color. That's while it's spinning,
gotcha.
while it's hot. Yeah. So
While it's hot, while you're spinning it, you throw the gold dust on there.
actually fume it, burn it on, fume it on.
Wow.
A technique developed by the one and only Bob Snodgrass. That's the guy that started it all, the fuming. So that's the old school.
Yeah, the Snodgrass is the legendary glass blower that kind of changed the whole industry.
Yep. Well, he created the industry.
What, nobody was doing that kind of. I mean, they called it color changing glass when I was a kid, right?
There was really when.
Yeah, well, I mean, they call it color changing glass, and even when I look at Bob's site, look how the color comes in. People will talk about it as the resin builds, right?
Right. Yep. That's the fuming.
Freaking beautiful. What a technique. So are you still selling stuff off the Instagram?
Still selling stuff on Instagram. We got our website, miradorglass.com, and our Etsy page. And other than that, the bongs are going at Heady Old School Glass. If you want a bong, Heady / old school _ glass.
What a company. You know, my friend Katie O'Donnell, she says hi. She got one of your beautiful pieces.
She does. So many people that I've met from your show, from our beginning when we both started and did those bong campaigns and.
Well, it was so crazy because it was something you kind of got away from in the years. You'd made your lights are in like Joe's Pizza locations all over New York City and also in California too.
Yeah, all over California. Yeah, Joe's Pizza in Ann Arbor, and but I have lighting installs all over the world.
So you got lighting. You make the glasses, the really nice beer mugs for all those stinky beers everybody likes.
Yeah.
And
I try and do it all.
You're killing it, Brian. And, you know, watching people get turned on to having really nice old school glass was a really gift for people. So thanks for coming on early and hitting me up and being like, Kravitz, I got to get back into this. But it's been really successful, right? I mean, your pandemic pivot has been really good for you.
Oh, yeah. The pandemic pivot has been great for us. We can't complain. Business has never been better and doesn't seem like it's slowing down. Yeah, we're just trying to live our best life out here, ready to start traveling and see our friends again and see some music. That'd be great. But I can't say we made the best of it.
Yeah, well, you're locked down. I mean, you also moved from the West Coast to the East Coast just before the shit hit the fan too.
Yep, exactly. We made a big move, and we have a little farm out here. We got a nice piece of property, horses you saw, and the whole deal. And so
who's got to trudge down there in like 6 inches of snow and feed the horses and do all that?
That's my wife and daughter.
Oh, really? The kids
Yeah.
They take care of the business of the farm.
Yep. Yeah. I don't deal with taking care of the horses. The water. I have to fill the water trough. That's my chore.
That's a good one. Yeah, because I can imagine on a cold, snowy day, like going down to see the horses must not be fun.
No, they're not happy, but they do it 4-5 times a day.
Oh, they got to go down there 5 times a day to see the horses.
Easily. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, we have enough trouble with the fucking dog.
That's right. Yeah. Well, we got 4 dogs, a couple cats, a load of chickens, and the chickens aren't loving the snow. They're all holed up in their coop. They don't come out in the snow.
Yeah, well, they're not used to that kind of thing, but I'm sure the dogs are loving it, right?
Dogs love it. Yeah, dogs love it. And They're all
And
having fun.
our
And
friends
we're
like,
ready for it to stop. We'll go snowshoeing. We'll get out
that's
to
beautiful.
snowshoes.
Well, what do you got? Another 24 hours before it stops?
24 hours. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure you locked down. You got plenty of supplies there.
We're doing fine.
All right. Well, good. Thanks for coming on and saying
All
hi,
right.
Brian. Everybody, Heady
Thanks,
Old School
man.
Glass. Brian Raskin, thank you.
Yep.
I hit him up. I was like, Raskin, show the folks how you do or what even a snow bong hit is. So there you go. Our good friend Brian Raskin, Heady Old School Glass. Plug it back in. Is that better? Good. All right. Stay there. Yeah, so I appreciate Brian coming in. And like I said, his tubes, world class. World class. Everybody should have a really, really nice tube in their collection. So, yes. But as I was getting into it before Brian got in, the birthday dinner, going out, having somebody, the guy came to the table to take our order. And after I was done ordering, I reached down and grabbed my daughter's cell phone and then went to hand it to the guy. And I was like, Olivia's like, Dad, that's my phone. And I was like, wow, that was so weird. I just like felt like I got done ordering. I'm so used to getting done ordering and then handing over the menu that I just wanted to pass something over. There were a lot of little brain farts like that. But it was a beautiful location right on the beach and the food was delicious. I mean, that's the thing. It's so interesting how little you eat when you're home because we were stuffed. I got home, I was like, oh. And this morning I was like, oh boy, this is bubbling. It was bubbling up. Anyway, we have a good week here planned at 420 Live. And I want to say that I'm planning to go on a trip, but we're going to see how that all plays out. But my good friend, Ike Richmond, hooked up our show for tomorrow. I got to find his email so I know what I'm talking about. Ike, Mickey James on 420 Live, singer-songwriter. Mickey James, 27-year-old, Princeton, New Jersey. He's going to be our guest tomorrow. He's going to be performing at the Met Electric Live Rock and Roll Show, delivering a high-energy, passionate performer with a magical spirit from the Met. So James and his band will share exclusive performance on Wednesday, February 3rd. So this Wednesday. So we're going to have him on the show tomorrow. And hopefully maybe we can even get a song or see a little bit of Mickey's music, but Mickey James on the show. And then our good friend Mark Joseph is going to be on the show on Wednesday or Thursday. I'm dialing that in. And I'm waiting to hear back from our boy Noel Kassler. And I'm also waiting to hear back from Bootsy Collins. But, we do nothing but the finest entertainment here at 420 Live. As I riff through, got to solar that after you snow it. Is that what you're talking about? You solar hit it, use a sun and a magnifying glass, solar light, or solar power my entire house. I want to solar power my house. I want to be off the grid. I want my own water. They now have these water, you know what water is? The stuff you drink, the stuff I just took a sip of. The water generators now that pull water out of thin air. You know about these things? You put them anywhere. I think you have to have 30% humidity or more, and they pull water out of the air like magic because the water bill's high, the power bill's high, everything's high. They're just jacking you at every turn. Unbelievable. And as you notice, temperature's down in our country. Nobody's excited. Nobody's ready to jump off ledge. It was interesting today to note that the people that went in, the majority of people that have been arrested for their incursion into the Capitol didn't even vote. You didn't vote. You didn't vote for your boy, but you wanted to go risk your life and put yourself in jail for him, but you didn't want to vote. People are so reactionary. They just want to jump on everything. I think it's kind of crazy. You have an ability to express your opinion and vote. When you're not going to vote, you're just going to want to go bang down some windows and run in the door. And every day, a new face connected to a name from the internet. And watching people like Homegrown Terrorists on Instagram. I don't know if you've seen Homegrown Terrorists on Instagram. But it's an incredible site because they just put up the pictures and they say, looking for this guy. And within 10 to 12 hours, even sooner, they got him. Just throw him in the bag. Another one, caught another one. Hundreds of people caught. I hope they get all these guys, everybody who attacked the officers and killed the officers, and looking what's happened down there and watching the case build. Kind of crazy news 2 weeks out when you lose 5 attorneys, not just one. 5 of them decided that your strategy was so bad to get yourself out of this trial that they didn't have anything to do with it. They're like, we are out. Now they got the guy who's like the last guy to see Jeffrey Epstein alive. This is good. This is brilliant. And I think the whole point, like his whole thing is going to be like the election's fixed and you can't impeach me. You can't impeach me because I left office already. Well, sorry. It's not going to win you any trials there, Rumpy. Go to jail, SDNY. I feel like Michael Rappaport. Donald Trump. Glad I don't have to see him opinionate anymore about our life. Amazing what happens on Twitter when you just kind of make people stop. I've had my friend is Dennis Mulgrew, who watches me all the time here on Facebook. He's told me he was banned for a month because he told someone to fuck off. And I'm like, whoa, holy crap. But if people don't like you and then they start complaining about you, then that's something completely different, you know? Some people don't mind when you tell people to screw off, but then other people are like, hey, don't tell me to screw off. Anyway, I know all of you are you keeping warm? I mean, how bad is the snow? I'd love to see some pictures or some video or something. What do you guys got? You have anything? I can go on my twat and see what's going on. Have you been reading about Marilyn Manson? Was the other thing that's crazy. This guy's always been nuts. Every time I had a dealing with him, he was a little bit off. And now Evan Rachel Wood coming up is just unbelievable. Yeah, right. No, my job was always to distract from. So what am I going to distract you from? Maybe just now it's not distraction. Now it's just pure entertainment. I'm just going to tap dance and sing and tell jokes and try to tickle your cerebral cortex with my witty rapport. People love when they tell me to. People love it when they tell me to screw off. That didn't come out right, Brian. You can't mess with your pronouns. You know, we're in a very different age. My pronoun is me, mine. Me, mine. I'm the golem of pronouns. Mine, me. That's all. Sorry. It's okay. Your syntax is fine. It gives me something to talk about there because people love when they tell you to screw off, not me. Yes. So anyway, Marilyn Manson, sorry, would never dated that guy in the first place, but Evan Rachel Wood was really young. I mean, that was really twisted. Me, myself, mine. Yeah, these are good pronouns. Me, myself, mine. I kind of like it. Yes, there you go. The highlight of everybody's day is watching me have a rip. And that was pretty good today. I was really missing the snow, and I don't have any ice cubes here because I just don't use ice. I use ice at home. Let's see. Marilyn Manson dropped by label. Oh, Shirley, tell me it isn't so. She's been complaining about this for months. I heard her same exact rap 3 or 4 months ago. Nobody did anything. Andrew Mitchell, another fine glass blower. We got all the glass blowers checking in. Thank you, Mindy. It was a good day for Zach. 22. I mean, you know, it's very hard. It's a very hard age right now. I think any age is hard. We're all having trouble dealing with it. I mean, ideally, your kids are, you know, infant to 2 or 3 years old. It's probably the best because everybody's home and you're just hanging out, raising babies. But anything over that where you have to entertain or they need to be in school or whatever, it's just really hard for the kids. So he's in class. He has 2 3-hour classes back to back. I don't know how he did his scheduling, but 2 3-hour classes back to back. You're sitting there on the screen for, man, my ass will be hurting by the end of the day. Over a foot in Vail. We had 9 feet in Mammoth. 9 feet. Sorry, I can't take calls right now. I can't take calls from unknowns. 9 feet in Mammoth and we had like 3 feet, I think, in our local mountains here, mountain high. And to get up to those mountains, you couldn't even get up there yesterday. If you didn't get up there early bird, even early bird, you would have to go up there in the middle of the night to avoid the traffic. People were snaked down. Like to get up to Mountain High and Snow Summit, it's a switchback all the way down the mountain. So I don't know. 9 feet of snow. My boys were all out there. They were all killing it. We're on to Mammoth. I heard the Mammoth ski line waits for 2 hours. 2 hours because everybody's got to be socially distanced. So he's still working in Ithaca, huh? Yeah, well, everybody's very, very snowy. But thank you. We got Brian Raskin to handle the snow tubes. Mitchell, you want to do a snow tube? You're welcome to load up one of your beautiful pieces. Another amazing talent. I have some very talented friends here. Definitely innovators in the glass game. Andrew Mitchell's another great blower. Brian Raskin, my friend G. Greg Krasnowski, another phenomenal blower. That's when I met G. He's one of the best grower blowers on the East Coast, is what somebody told me. And you know what? They were kind of right. And, I've been watching the press briefings. Have you been watching sensible press briefings where people answer the question directly? I mean, come on. This is with 4 years of people avoiding you had 4 years of people avoiding every single question to the point where they didn't even do the briefings. I don't even remember the last time the president did a briefing, but people aren't happy with Joe. They called him Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe's like 60 executive orders? Go, Joe. Rip that shit. Veil no longer the 20 to 25 minute lift lines. Yes, of course, because you are professionals there processing people. You guys do it all the time. What happens in these smaller places like Mammoth, they have a certain capacity, but then the snow hits and everybody's like, oh, we're all going snowing because think about it. Everybody's kind of home. Everybody's hanging out. So they're like, what are we going to do this weekend? Oh, look, 9 feet of snow. We're all going to Mammoth. Like everybody. All Southern California's like, we're going to Mammoth at the same time, and everywhere else because Mammoth's 7 hours from us. So where are you? Costa Rica. Wolfie in Costa Rica. How nice. I have a bunch of friends been down there in beautiful Costa Rica. Grower and blower is a new grower, not a shower. Grower and blower. I thought it was like a sexual thing. I definitely was like, There you go, Mindy. People picking up the skills. I saw Seth Rogen's skills on the pottery. Oh my God, this guy, he's got a lot of free time. He's not making movies. His pottery's going to be worth a lot of money. So I don't know if you can get a piece of Seth Rogen, but Seth he's a trip. He's killing it. And we lost a legend today, folks. Our friend Dustin Diamond, Screech from Saved by the Bell, of lung cancer. And he's had a kind of crazy. I saw he made a sex tape, but supposedly he just used a stunt double that kind of looked like him. But then he had his picture on the box. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, and tragedy. Yes, DJ. I know you're a big Saved by the Bell fan. I know I've seen you in the T-shirts and with the posters on your wall. Saved by the Bell kids. It is. He was one of a kind. Listen, we're all headed that way, right? Nobody gets out of here alive, as my mom is famous for saying. None of us. So we're all on borrowed time. You just got to try to make the most of it. And in these crazy times, when our backs up against the wall, that's kind of where we are just kind of, we flounder. So our heart goes out to Dustin and all his fans. And, prepare your things, folks, because you never know when it's coming. You got to make sure you have all your docs in line. Don't be, to our friend Tony Shea, rest his soul. I mean, tragic circumstances on that death. But the guy was worth $600 billion and didn't leave a will. And now his dad's got to go through all this mess. I mean, it's not fair to the people you leave behind you. So, DJ, just leave me everything. Just give me everything. The Super Bowl plan. Hold on. The stunt cock. Yes. Yeah. Dustin Diamond on your resume. Stunt cock for Screech. All right. Thank you. Leave me everything, which is probably your Ford Fusion, which probably still has payments on it. Super Bowl plan. Well, there is no Super Bowl plan. They didn't approve any photographers. A very select few. I don't even know if my friend Mr. Mazur's going, but if he goes, you'd have to go for the weekend because he has to go for work with the artist because there's no real passes for entertainment photographers. Let's face it. So they really need to have entertainment photographers at the Super Bowl when you have all these other guys there that are shooting already with their cameras. But I wanted to, it was something that I got that credential like 20 years ago. So I've been going every year because you get the credential, you want to use it. Because it's very valuable because not a lot of entertainment photographers go out. I always see great play on my imagery. And, you get to really hone your craft at these events, trying to like get the shot of the night, which I finally achieved last year with my J-Lo and Shakira photo. And this year, the Weeknd spent $7 million on his halftime show. He's spending his own money on his halftime show. The NFL only gives them a certain amount, but if you want to make it bigger and do more, you do. And I think they also extended the time. They almost doubled the time of the halftime show. It's always been like a 12-minute thing, and now it's going to be 20, 24 minutes, something like that. So, and as much as I want to be there, Tampa, in the stadium with all these people, and I don't know. Half of me is like, yay, and others like, oh. So I would love to go if I was invited or had a credential. I would go, but I'm not invited. I do not have a credential, so I'm not going. And there's no parties or events. Like usually, even if you didn't have a Super Bowl credential, photographers still go down there and you make money on all the parties and the events. So the time part's not true. I thought he extended the show. And now I'm going to have to go look it up. Duration. How about that? Yeah, according to Billboard cover story, the Weeknd's performance will be twice as long as a typical halftime show, clocking at 24 minutes. That was 4 days ago. So you're telling me that that's not actually happening? Surely that Billboard was completely wrong, and I'm just like quoting headlines out of context. Because that wasn't Billboard. Isn't that one of your publications? Or was that the old one? I can't keep track. The conglomerate game in Los Angeles, like who's working for who? Oh, inaccurate. Shirley says inaccurate. So he's going to squeeze it into 12 minutes, huh? Well, that's always been the case. I couldn't imagine them making more time or how that would benefit anybody. But Super Bowl doesn't have the advertisers. The interesting thing about the Super Bowl is all the advertisers are pulling their programming. They're all pulling out. Budweiser, Pepsi is scaling down. I don't even know if is Pepsi doing the halftime show because I saw that they're scaling back. Everything is scaled back. So it's inaccurate. So there you go. We heard it here first from Shirley Halperin over Variety. She's telling us that you do not have the 24-minute halftime show. It's only 12 minutes. And personally, that's plenty of time for Weeknd. 24 minutes should be like a Fish song. Like if Fish was going to play the Super Bowl, they would need at least 24 minutes to get into something good. Do you think people would be sitting around watching Fish noodle it up there? They'd be like, I am out. Where's the lasers, the fireworks, and the dancing girls? That's New Year's. Okay, so that's the Super Bowl. But what is accurate is the amount of photographers you're going to have there and me not being one of them. So it's very hard. Like I would just be getting ready right now. This is prime time. Usually I'm not even here for my son's birthday. It's very rare because around the 30th is when I usually have to leave to get out there. This year, it's a little bit later. So I would have actually had Zach's birthday because I've been leaving. I usually leave on Wednesday to go out. There's events Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There's all kinds of parties, concerts. I saw Guns N' Roses last year. Thank you. Thank you, Joy. I'm working on my accuracy. How's all my friends in New York? Are you guys all doing well with the snow? So it's not like an outdoor and then any of the outdoor dining open. Like they're like, yeah, go ahead and sit in the foot of snow. Scaled back and donating the money to charity, as should be. Let's face it, $12 million, $20 million, $30 million, whatever these people spend on advertising for the Super Bowl. Come on, this is a waste of cash. What, so you can eat more Doritos or drink enough Pepsi? I don't think that you watch a commercial and you're like, fuck, I need to drink more Pepsi. You know what I don't have enough of in my life? Doritos. Holy crap, Budweiser. Great. I never even thought of that. Beer. Come on. This is all brand by. Cola is not really anything that ever needs to be in your body. And maybe with a little rum and Coke or something. You went sledding in Prospect Park. That's got to be fun. Are there little tiny hills and stuff? That's classic. You got a photo here? Let me see. Hold on. Where is it, Ike? Let's see. Oh, God, that's a good one. I don't know if I could share it, though. Let me see here. TT. Share screen. Let's see if this works. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, is that you, Ike? You look a lot smaller. I like the pink pants. I can't really tell because the face is a little dark. Look at all the snow. That's in Philly. Now, I know in Margate, I talked to my friends down there in the Jersey Shore. They're getting nothing. They're all, what do you call it? They're all bummed. They're all like, where's our snow? But I remember growing up as a kid in Jersey Shore, like everybody in Philly would be snow day. And we'd be like, it's raining. Because the ocean kept it a little bit warmer there. You know, the salt air, the ocean. Ads don't work. Okay, back to advertising. After watching your show, I think you need some artificial turf. But I definitely need some Asher's chocolate. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm telling you things that you don't, things here are things that you don't really know. The Grady's cold brew kit. Like, would you know about the Grady's cold brew? Or it's not like on the Super Bowl, they're offering you a 20% discount. But here at Film Magic, you guys, you really are great. We have the Grady's cold brew 420 live code gets 20% off. This New Orleans style chicory coffee doesn't even need sugar. It's so delicious. Cold brew or hot brew. Comes in easy to use bags, no muss and fuss, no grounds all over the house. Throw the bags in, throw the water in, sit there and just glug, glug, glug. Grady's. There, I got the plug in early today. Thank you. But yeah, sure. I mean, I'm offering, and with Asher's, again, you get a 20% discount with Asher's, and you also get the delicious 420 live chocolate bar full of potato chips, pretzels, mini M&Ms, coconut flakes, raisins, chocolate, and CBD, and 8 ounces of delicious chocolate. But you have to spend $75, and you get a 20% discount. So it's actually only $60. And I'll ship it to your house. It'll be delicious. You'll eat it all. Can you imagine sitting there in a snowstorm, smoking your heady old school glass, eating your Asher's chocolates while the Grady's cold brew is brewing on the stove while you're sitting on your synthetic lawn from sinlawn.com. Yes, that's right, sinlawn.com with the special. This is the Sour Diesel, which is a hybrid from from our friends over there at Sensi Seed Bank. I'm just seeing how far I can take it. Sinlawn, environmentally friendly and easily installable. This is what we have at the Kravitz house to save on our water bills. And let me tell you, folks, it works. But now I'm spending all the money on something else, on my bud collection. So thanks, Ike. What a great picture. What a cutie, too. I remember when you were kids, and you have to remember all that shit when you go to school and you get to school and you're like, I forgot my gloves. And you were fucked. And if your mom reminded you to take your gloves and then you didn't take them anyway, just because mom said to take them or to wear a hat, you better wear a hat today. It's going to be cold. You're like, no, mom, I'm not going to do this. Oh yeah. And solo pipes. Yes. Our friends at Solo Pipe. We haven't talked about Solo Pipe in a long time, but Solo Pipe, what amazing people early on in our show came in and was giving pipes to all our guests. And Tommy Chong loved his Solo Pipe. Oh God. This has been the weirdest year of all of our lives. I mean, it's so crazy that this is where I hang and everything that's happened in the past year here on the show and real life. And it's just unbelievable that we haven't seen each other. A lot of us haven't been with each other. We would have seen each other multiple times. like my good friend Mitchell Steinberg right there checking in. Hello, Mitchell. Good to see you. I would have seen him at least 10 times at various shows having fun. You love lawns, but you're in Virginia there. They don't the synthetic lawn, maybe a nice synthetic lawn for your patio there, DJ. So you have that outdoor feel, that's kind of what you're like. And you didn't need no gloves in hello, Di Francisco La Spada. That's a great name. You grew up in Yuma, Arizona. You don't have gloves. Probably when you're working in the garden. You need a solo pipe. I just need a solo. Hello, Jason, back there in San Francisco. You guys got pounded with rain, right? Because we just got little trace amounts here. It really wasn't like you guys got it up there. But we're having our winter here. 50 degrees. Brr. God, that was such a run through all my client sponsors there. That was freaking hoot. Oh, my God. Too funny. Like I said, this all started because I didn't have any way to communicate. Social media is one thing. We're coming in and talking and hanging out with all you guys and hearing your witty sense of humor. Look, Kelly Baines with the SPAC lawns. The SPAC lawns. You could take a little piece of sin lawn up there to the lawns and it'd be just a lot nicer to dance on, That's a musical instrument too. What do you know? You could play your sin lawn. Sin lawn. Now making the sin grass. Solo pipe. I wonder where I have a solo pipe around here somewhere. They still work. Handy as hell. I know Tommy still loves his, but Tommy Chong, like you watch what's happening with him now, launching brands in every city. Colorado now, he's got the Chong's brand and all kinds of pre-rolls. And the celebrity named cannabis is, something else. Yes, but I did drop a couple things in there. There were a couple fish lyrics that probably went over your head, Zorn. But yes, fish. There was definitely some fish talk, but it's very subtle. Sometimes I'll be quoting a fish thing and you don't even know it because it's just like you have to understand their lyrics. It would be kind of like if I dropped the Beatles line, like if I said "come together," you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I got that. Come together." So let me see. What else do I got? What else do I have? Dee 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 dee. Just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round. I love to watch them roll. There you go, Zorn. That was for you. Now you know what I'm talking about. If you've been playing your GameStop, we had Matt Lazarus on the show last week talking about the stocks and everything that's happened there. And AMC today was rated to go down to $1. Everybody's watching it go down. And now all the Reddit people are playing the silver market. But I talked to a friend of mine that's an investment banker. And one of the things he told me was that these Reddit guys can crash the entire market. So I think we have to be really careful about how much money you're putting in, and also make sure you have your stops in there. Because if it goes down 10%, could go down 20, 30, 40%. So I think we just have to make sure that you have yourself protected, because the volatility in the market, and Matt talk, I pinned Matt up about this. When you get to the point where it's highly speculative, where everybody's in the market and they're trying to, make a quick buck, and they are succeeding. I mean, it's unbelievable watching these people get rich overnight, but they're getting in there. Check your texts. Let me see. I'm getting more texts here. Andy and Vanessa. Oh, look at this. Let's see. That's a good snow shot. This is a good snow picture. Oh, it's a movie. Let me see if I could share it. How do I do this? Oh, there you go. Share screen. I'm like, how do I do this? No, it didn't blow up. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Now I see it. I'm going to try it again. Share it. Is Andy with you there? Is that why it says, oh, or you just sent it to both of us? No, it's not working. It's not working, and I don't know why. Let me try one more thing. Cancel. Weekend at the Super Bowl. Maybe if I do this. You're together, Andy and Vanessa together, watching the show. Let's see if that worked. The 420 live. No, it's not working. I don't know why I'm not able to share it. Oh, you're in Atlanta with her. It's snowing like that in Atlanta? Oh my God, that's crazy. Atlanta, they don't even know what to do with all that snow, do they? They have trouble down there. I always remember being in Dallas for a snowstorm for the Super Bowl. It was right around this time. And it started snowing on like Thursday night. And Friday, it was the biggest mess in that city because they don't even have snow plows. Instead of salt, they put pebbles down and sand. So then you're driving and the pebbles are all smashing your windshield as you're driving down the road. People need to know how to prepare for the snow. I don't know why that's not sharing, but I figured it would be in my QuickTime Player, right? Cancel. Nope. Anyway, everybody, I'm sure if you go on Weather Channel, you'll see plenty of snow footage. You guys can all watch your snow footage. All right. What else we got? How is the ATL? You know, Georgia, I couldn't be prouder than to be, you know, an American, and to watch what happened with Georgia this year, how important it became, what an integral part Stacey Abrams played, the whole way fate and where it positioned her in history, and just the way the whole thing played out. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And not once, but twice, not just in the presidential election where it was key, but then to hand us the majority. And now we got to go in there and just push those nasty little Republicans out of the way and just do what we want, like they did to us for the past 4 years. Treated us like bitches. No more. Time for us to push some people around. So we're going to get out there now, and nobody's going to like it. They're all going to be like, yeah, but that's not fair. They're going to snowflake it up. Snowflake it up. They're going to snowflake it up like you never heard. A bunch of crying, whining babies about, oh, you can't do that. You're too effective. You're governing too well. Okay. Suck more. Be sleepy, Joe Biden. Who was saying I'm not going to have anything to the cloud server? Was it Cloud Surfer who said to me, you're going to talk about what are you going to distract from now? Believe me, there's always news to distract from. Today, I'm distracting from a snowstorm for all my friends on the East Coast. I wasn't really even thinking I would go live today because I was like, maybe I'll just take a 4-day weekend. I got a lot to do, but then I realized everybody was sitting there and I had a completely captive audience on the East Coast because everybody's like, okay, they've seen everything on television. You've watched every series. Bridgerton? All right. It's trashy TV. It doesn't even make sense. I get it. It's just like such a bizarre show, but I'm a sucker for colorful costumes and crazy sets and gratuitous sex scenes. So I enjoyed it. So I haven't finished the series yet, but I did start WandaVision, which is weird as hell. And you're trying to figure out what it is. I think I got a good handle. 4 episodes in. I watched all 4 at the same time the other day with Olivia. And I got a good understanding of where Wanda is and what's going on. And man, it's some weird stuff. But this is it. 420 Live, fresh every day. You watch Maude and probably Golden Girls. Finish it off. You probably, DJ, I just see you watching Golden Girls naked. I can just picture it. It's actually turning me on right now. Such is life. Such is life. All right, folks. Yes. There it is. DJ. Naked. All right, folks. I'm going to wrap it up here at the 50-minute mark. I don't even know what the hell I talked about for 50 minutes, but I distracted myself, and I'm sure I distracted you with my utter and complete nonsense. Thank you, Dan DeFrancisco. Bridgerton is great. Wanda is coming up. Yes, I kind of like them all. I'm on to the shows. I have a hard time staying awake watching TV at night because I'm usually so stoned by the time I hit the couch. It's like, but I been staying awake for Wanda. I actually watched Wanda during the rainstorm the other day. It was a lot of fun. Praise the Lord, we have this fresh entertainment and all these movies that are supposed to be coming out now that aren't coming out, that we're now going to have award shows for, like the Golden Globes and all this kind of stuff. Like, what do you need? What do you need award shows for? We should have the Pandemic Awards. And that's what I'm pushing. And maybe we'll do it on March 13th. Well, on my 1-year anniversary, we'll do the Pandemic Awards, and it'll be for everything. We'll have to come up with the categories. Let's say 20 categories. Best entertainer, best song, best pandemic anthem. What's the pandemic food? What's your pandemic food? Mine is almond M&Ms. It's like I discovered them when the pandemic started, and if there's not a bag in the house and I'm walking by, I'm like, where's the freaking almond M&Ms? I just need like 2 or 3 at a time. The COVID cup. Dun, da, da, da. Oh, yeah, best meme. Yeah, well, you got a lot of those out there. Best meme, best Twitter, best tweet. Oh, God, just think. We'll have to come up with it. We'll have to come up with our categories. But I kind of like where it's going. Best actor in a mask. Mandalorian. Well, the funny thing about that is that it probably wasn't even our boy Pedro Pascal in there. Anyway, it was probably just like a body double walking around. It didn't even sound like his voice when he had the thing on. But Mandalorian, hands down, some of the best entertainment, and watching what happens with all of that brand, watching it just explode across your screen. But that was all stuff that was planned before the pandemic. Now, the hard part's going to be like next year, and what happens with all these variants and strains, and if the vaccine covers it. There's just so many unknowns. We don't know what's coming down the pike. I'm scared to death. I'm just like, oh, shit. Is it going to work? Is the vaccine going to work? Are we going to get enough? It's like so exciting. Like every day, it's like I'm watching a cereal, like the old school, not like the cereal you eat, like the cereals back in the 50s that you'd go watch way before I was born. And see what I have to tune in to see what happens next week, or the soap operas or whatever it is. Like every day is so dramatic. It's like, will the United States be able to beat back coronavirus before everybody gets vaccinated? Dun, dun, dun. Tune in as we find out. Oh, okay. So this is he was there as much as he could be. He was there as much as he needed to be according to his check, I bet. So, no, Bill Maher, I think you're trying. Bill Maher. I like Bill Maher, though. But Bill Maher. No, I didn't see Bill Maher, but I have to watch it. I'll tune it in. If you're recommending it, I will tune it in. I know he had a lot going on this week. It was a big week for Bill Maher. I know that. All right. So you guys have your marching orders. I want everybody to stay like warm and dry out there. And, play in the snow, but, don't get frostbite. And tomorrow we're going to have Mickey James on the show talking about his performance at the Met on Wednesday. And we also have Mark Joseph coming up this week. So make sure you come in and check us out. Same bat time, same bat channel. You already got the ads in the middle of the show, which is the first time I've done that, which was just great. So thank you guys for doing it. Thank you, Laura. And I know I owe you a picture, so that will be coming. Don't worry. I got you. And it's just that everything in my life is, I don't know. It's so hard to get shit done. I don't know what it is. And now Mercury retrograde. I don't know if you folks are aware of that, but that started, I think, yesterday. So batten down the hatches for the next couple of weeks. It's winter time. It's a good time for you to stay safe indoors. And we'll all see you back here 420 live tomorrow. Jeff Kravitz.